I didn't believe how warmongering MSNBC had become during the past 5 years. We talked about it on the show, but I really don't watch any of this shit. I'm going to play you a clip. This is straight out of Propaganda, written by Edward Bernays. This is how you go to war. MSNBC is a propaganda arm for the military-industrial complex. It is disgusting, revolting, unpatriotic, un-American, and evil the way MSNBC is leading us into war.
And yet it is now clear that no regime of this century better resembles the Third Reich than Putin's Russia.
Okay, that was at the top of her show. Here is her proof.
There's an even longer and darker history behind all of this, because what we're seeing today is reminiscent of the 1933 Russian genocide in Ukraine, known as the Holodomor. That's when Joseph Stalin purposefully starved to death upwards of 4 million Ukrainians under his policy of forced collectivization.
So she's giving a little history lesson, and she's conflating the famine in the Ukraine under Stalin to the mass slaughter in Ukraine today under Putin. She's creating a through line from the starvation of the Ukrainians in the early 30s by Joseph Stalin all the way up to the war crimes committed by Vladimir Putin right now. And she doesn't say it was the Communist Party back then, and now it's an autocrat, an oligarch, a kleptocrat. It's the Kremlin. It's all the Kremlin. And it's all the same people. There's no difference between Stalin. There's no difference between Stalin or Putin because they all worked out of the Kremlin. It's the same government, the same evil people. They did this to the Ukrainians during the famine. They're doing it now, and it's the Russian people. And they show the pictures. It's what happened. They tested the pictures of the dead Ukrainians in Kiev, and people were getting bored. So they decided to go old school and show us pictures of starving Ukrainians from the 30s. Do we have to see that? Yes, we have to see that because this is America and we have to go to war. And this is what MSNBC is doing. They want a war. They want a war. Some of you are too young to remember what it was like in 2002. MSNBC fired Phil Donahue. They fired Rosie O'Donnell. They fired anybody who said the Bush administration was lying about weapons of mass destruction because MSNBC wanted their war. MSNBC they're the liberals.